Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having a great week and staying warm. If you're in Flagstaff, hope you're staying warm. Everywhere else, it's probably gorgeous. My name's Megan Remington. I'm our community education coordinator for Coconino Community College. And if you joined us back in February, we had Craig join us for a Comet talk back then as well. And he received rave reviews because this is all about channeling the inherent neural pathways that you utilize on a daily basis and doing it in a way that makes you feel good. And the two of us, before we turned this thing live, we were just talking about how, we're so close to the end of COVID, and it's almost messing with all of us now because we're reaching this point where it feels like we're so close yet so far. So tonight's session, Comet Talk awesomeness, is just perfect to be able to give you that extra push you need to get you through the spring, get you through the summer, and then let's all cross our fingers that by fall we're going to be able to gather in person and that we're going to have a great time. If you've never been on a webinar before, just to make sure, chances are a lot of you are returning folks, but if you're not, we do have a chat box if you have questions. There's a Q&A box as well if you have questions you want to put down there. We are recording this, so we'll be able to share this recording with you afterwards. And I think that's about it. I don't have a whole lot to add on to that. The only other thing I want people to know about is that this is our last individual Comet talk of the spring semester, and moving into summer. We have some exciting stuff on the horizon. We're going to do a speaker series for in celebration of the Coconino County running community. We'll be sending out newsletters about that. So if you are not subscribed to our newsletter, I'll include information about that after the session is over. And we're also going to have our summer learning series come back. It's all webinars again. I know we're sick of webinars, but I promise they're really cool. We're featuring some great people from around Coconino County, Flagstaff, Page, Navajo Nation, Unit Williams. We're gonna cover everything. So with that, I'm going to get out of the way, and Craig, you know what you're doing, and you can take it from here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Megan. And yeah, hopefully at some point in the near future, we can do one of these face-to-face. But in the meantime, take advantage of this great technology. Thank you so much for coming to this anxiety relief workshop today. My name is Craig Meriwether. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist with Arizona Integrative Hypnotherapy. And I became a hypnotherapist after being fascinated with the idea that you can give somebody a sugar pill or a saline injection or even perform fake surgery. And a certain percentage of those people, through their belief that they will be healed, will get better with a substance that has zero healing capabilities. So their body's automated healing abilities take over, create the exact chemicals within their own physiology equal to the substance that they believe that they're taking. And that's the placebo effect. So the big question comes, is there a way to tap into the placebo effect and mobilize our inner resources for healing without having to be tricked with fake medicine, fake procedures? The placebo effect proves we have the capabilities to help heal our bodies. Now, researchers and scientists have been proving that over and over again for 100 years. So how does one harness the power of your own belief system? How does one harness the power of their subconscious mind without using a sugar pill? Can you teach a person to relax the body and mind to the point where you can tap into the body's healing response and change their state of being? And this is where hypnotherapy comes in. Hypnosis is just the Greek word for sleep. Somebody back in the early 1800s thought it looked like a sleep state, so they decided to call it hypnosis, and it stuck. Basically, all hypnosis is deep, natural relaxation, not unlike back in high school math class when you were so bored you started daydreaming out the window. You started shutting down the external world and moved inward into that daydreamy, imaginative state. Watching a good movie, getting lost in a good book, arriving at your driveway and not knowing how you drove the last 5 blocks, that kind of road hypnosis. The famous brainwave states of beta, alpha, theta, and delta beta, where we're in this conscious focus state. And then as you slowly move down towards sleep, alpha, theta, delta, that's called the hypnagogic trance state, the fancy term. But it's just the daydreamy, hazy state, and as you move towards sleep. And hypnotherapy, using the process of this deep relaxation to help illuminate possible patterns of beliefs in your subconscious mind that may be blocking you from health, from joy, from success, from abundance in your life. And then adding in positive new healing suggestions to recalibrate, reset, to program your subconscious mind for the health, for the relationships, for the success, for the abundance in your life, for reaching your full potential. So this isn't going to be a talking workshop. This is going to be a doing process, a doing workshop of various processes. It takes about 10 years or so for someone to get a PhD in neuroscience or become a brain surgeon. I'm going to take about 5 minutes or so to kind of talk about anxiety, stress, the brain, the mind, consciousness, the immune system. And then we're going to get right into processes. So it's going to be kind of a basic little intro talk. There's lots of more information about that kind of stuff on the internet and books and whatnot. But let's go into exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. This is super important because when you're in the stress response, it has, and I think we all know this, not only does it make you feel upset, uptight, frustrated, disappointed, nervous, anxious, but it has a physical effect on your immune system. The autonomic nervous system. You have the parasympathetic, the relaxation response, where your body should be a majority of the time when your systems are working in homeostasis, working in harmony together. And then you have the sympathetic, the stress response. Now, the stress response is an auxiliary system. When this gets turned on, when your mind and body feel threatened, overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, it's an auxiliary system, meaning it doesn't have its own power source. It needs to pull power from somewhere else. So it's going to pull power from your immune system. It's going to pull power from your digestive system, just like those four-way hazard lights on your car that you turn on when you pull over to the side of the road to change your tire. That's an auxiliary system. It's going to pull power from the battery, meaning there's now less power to run your radio or your air conditioning or your windshield wipers. Okay? Not the greatest analogy, but you get the point. And this does have a tremendous effect on our immune system. There was a study published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology. And what they were looking at were hypnosis and related visual techniques as related to acute stress. Now, they found medical students going through acute stress during final exams. Now, this isn't life-threatening. They're not out in outdoors in Yellowstone being chased by bears, or out in a dangerous part of town, being followed by strangers and having that stress response kick in. It's life stress. They're going through final exams, and maybe that's 4, 5, 6 weeks. So their body moves into acute stress. They wanted to look at the body, what happens to it. They were specifically looking at T cells. Those are those white blood cells that are important to immune response. Those are those warrior cells that go after virus, that go after unhealthy bacteria, that go after cancer cells. So they're looking at T cell count in 20-year-old medical students and dental students. One group, they just allowed them to go through that stressful event as they would, without any sort of self-care techniques. The other group, they taught self-hypnosis techniques to, like I'm about to show you here in a couple of minutes. They showed them how to do these techniques, like I'm going to do, and then they practiced them at home on a daily basis. These techniques take about 5 minutes. What they found is that the group that just went through that stressful event as is, without any self-care and any sort of renewing techniques, any sort of rest techniques, they dropped T cell count by 24%. They lost almost 1/4% of their T cells. That means basically their immune system is working at 75% efficiency. How much, how many viruses, how many unhealthy bacteria are they going to miss? Potentially cancer cells are they going to miss because their immune system is working at 75% efficiency. The other group, They taught them these self-hypnosis techniques. They increased T cell count by 2%. And they continue to increase, strengthen their immune system the more they practice. These are students, same place, same time, doing the exact same thing. One group decreased T cell count by 24%, the other increased by 2%. They didn't even say at base level, they strengthened their immune system by doing these practices. One more real quick study I want to mention about stress, anxiety, and these hypnosis processes. This was actually mentioned in Harvard Medical School's mental health newsletter. You can go to Harvard Medical School, their website, and sign up for all sorts of different kind of health newsletters. This is from their mental health newsletter from a few years ago. This is a quote. It said, hypnosis also helps to alleviate anxiety. It has been studied most as a treatment for anxiety related to surgery. Many studies have reported that hypnosis reduced anxiety levels and lowered blood pressure in patients before surgery and enhanced recovery afterwards by shortening hospital stays and reducing complications like nausea and vomiting. In a 2006 study, for example, patients who underwent hypnosis received suggestions of well-being before surgery. Upon entering the operating room, they reported anxiety levels 56% lower than anxiety levels before hypnosis. Patients in a comparison group who received the normal pre-surgical standard of care reported a 47% increase in anxiety. This is incredible information because I guarantee you in the next 10 years, there's going to be a hypnotherapy team in every hospital, because if it's reducing surgical time, if it's reducing things like bleeding less during surgery, and if it's reducing time spent in the hospital, meaning let's say instead of an hour and a half, it's an hour and 10-minute surgery, less equipment and procedures needed because of lower blood pressure and less blood loss. And instead of 3 days in the hospital, you're released in a day and a half. That's money. That's money to the insurance companies. Just because you had a half an hour hypnotherapy session. I just worked with a patient because she's going in for hip surgery. And she called me because her little pamphlet of what you need to know before surgery pamphlet said, go get hypnotherapy. So once they figure out the hows and the whys and the wheres, they're going to be hypnotherapy, because let's say, the savings of $5,000 on a patient for surgery because it's less time and they're out of the hospital. Okay, maybe $5,000 not that big a deal, but how many people in Phoenix today having surgery? How many people just in Arizona today having surgery? How many people in the United States having surgery today times 365 days a year? Now you're looking at hundreds of millions of dollars of savings. And they can keep the same premiums, they keep the same deductibles. It's money. So I guarantee you there will be hypnotherapy in hospitals coming soon. So let's get to some processes. These are exercises. These are for educational, self-improvement purposes only. These processes are not a substitute for counseling, psychotherapy, psychiatric, or medical treatment. This class is not intended to diagnose or treat any disease or illness, any psychological or mental health conditions, or medical ailments. One more little disclaimer: if you're having problems with your audio, that's not anything that I or Megan can control. That's somewhere your connection between your device and Zoom. And so one of the best things to do is, just like that cell phone call, maybe hang up and call right back. So if it's breaking up or you can't hear me clearly, maybe click off real quick and go to that link that Megan sent you in your email and click back on it and come back into the call. So one of my favorite sayings about hypnotherapy is you don't choose between a program and no program. You choose between a conscious program and an unconscious program. If you're not consciously working your program, you're being worked by your unconscious program. In that way, we're going to do something to reset your reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system is a bundle of nerves in your brainstem that's always looking for danger. It's that radar device within your brain that's always looking for danger. You're driving down the road, you have the green light, and so you're going to go through the green light, and all of a sudden, now your peripheral vision, you see that car going the other way that they're going too fast. They're going to run the red light. And so you put on the brakes and that car runs through the red light and you're like, oh my God, that was so close. I'm so glad I caught that. But there are maybe possibly millions of things going on in your peripheral vision, in the corner of your eye. Lots of light and sunshine and temperature and rain maybe, or people and cars and lights and signs and all sorts of things happening. And yet your subconscious mind alerted you to a danger. That's because your reticular activating system, your radar, picked it up as something unusual and made you aware of it. It's that, you're out camping and you hear that twig snap at 2 a.m. and a raccoon, you got a skunk, you have a bear, and you left food in the tent, and you shoot up wide awake because now you have a issue. You have sharp claws and a nylon tent. That's the main function of the reticular activating system, to keep you safe, keep you alive. And so far, it's done a perfect job. The secondary task of the reticular activating system is to solve problems. This is that part of your brain when you are thinking about buying a new car, you're thinking about buying a Toyota Prius, your friend has one, it gets great gas mileage, you drive a lot. Now all of a sudden you see Priuses everywhere. Driving down, every street seems to be a Prius. Your neighbor seems to have a Prius. You never noticed that before. One in every parking lot. They were all there before. It's just you weren't focusing on that. Now your reticular activating system, in trying to solve the problem of the new car, is focusing on Priuses. But then maybe you think, oh, well, I like camping, I like backpacking, I like being outdoors. Maybe I should get a 4-wheel drive car. Maybe you should get a Jeep. Well, you just refocused your reticular activating system to now look for Jeeps, because that is what your attention is on right now. That's the problem it's trying to solve. In the new car, it's looking for a Jeep. When your day goes from bad to worse, it's because your reticular activating system is trying to solve the problem, if you will, of the bad day, and showing you everything that can go wrong with your day. I guarantee you there's great stuff happening in your day. In this modern world of ours, there's lots to be thankful for, lots to be happy about, lots to be joyful for. Yes, there's life issues, but there's things to be grateful for, but you're not focused on that. Because in trying to solve the quote unquote problem of the bad day, it's showing you everything that can go wrong. You get out of bed, you stub your toe, and then you go to take a shower and the hot water heater is broken and you have to take a cold shower, and then you forgot to buy coffee. And by the end of the day, you're ready to pull your hair out, punch a hole in the wall. It's because you're looking for everything that can go wrong. Well, these 2 exercises we're going to do right now will help you reset, refocus, recalibrate your reticular activating system to start looking for something new. And in a moment, I'm going to put some links in the chat room, class notes, if you will. Megan will email them to you as well. They're kind of the class notes, so don't have to worry about writing all this stuff down. There's ways of getting these notes easily and quickly. But the first process we're going to do is called 3, 2, 1 reset. 3, in that you're going to breathe in slowly, easily, and gently 3 times. That slow, easy, gentle, deep breathing is a signal to your subconscious mind, to your nervous system, that you are safe. You shallow breathe in the stress response. You want that quick intake of oxygen. Slow, easy, gentle, deep breathing signals your subconscious mind that you are safe. The 2 of 3, 2, 1 reset. This is the mind hack. This is the brain hack. Those of you who took the mind hack class a few months ago will remember this one. You're going to cross your arms. This arm crossing, this X that you make with your arms, brings coherence to your brain, creates one whole brain system. You have the right brain, colorful, creative right side of the brain, and the left logical, mathematical, language part of the brain. By crossing legs or arms, you start bringing coherence to both halves of the brain, a whole brain learning system called bilateral stimulation, the fancy term. Then you give yourself a hug. This may seem silly, this may seem ridiculous, but you are hacking the brain, because when you feel this nurturing touch, this healing touch, your brain starts creating oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine. The chemistry, the neurotransmitters of joy, happiness, love, deep connection. This triggers that system to start producing those neurotransmitters, because you've been feeling this since day one. You were born, the doctor gave you to mom, mom gave you a hug, maybe dad gives you a hug, maybe grandparents are there to give you a hug, nurses giving you a hug as she's cleaning you off, and then back to mom for a hug. And hopefully through your life, you've felt this nurturing touch. You're allowed to give this to yourself, and the body responds to this healing touch. Squeeze, rub your hands up and down your arms. It's creating oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine. It's moving into the arteries of the brain, down the vagus nerve to your heart, which then pumps it through the rest of your body. And if your brain is creating oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine, it is not creating adrenaline, cortisol. It's not creating fear. It's not creating anger. It's not creating frustration and disappointment, because your body and mind cannot be in the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation response, at the same time it's in the sympathetic, the stress response. The light switch cannot be on and off at the same time. So this is a great mind hack. The one of 3-2-1 reset is just 1 minute of quiet. And that doesn't have to be Zen meditation, you know, watching your thoughts go by as clouds in the sky. If you're a visual person, visualize a sunset, or a walk along a beach, or a hummingbird, or a gentle stream. If you're an auditory person, maybe you hear the words rest and relax, or you hear the ocean or a gentle stream. If you're a kinesthetic person, may you feel the air moving in and out of your lungs or in and out of your nose. So let's practice this together. 3-2-1 reset. We're going to breathe in slowly, easily, and gently on the exhale, and close your eyes. Closing your eyes turns off that visual stimulation as you start to turn down the volume on the external world and move inward. Breathing in slowly, easily, and gently, signaling your subconscious mind that you are safe. And breathing in as deeply as is safe and is comfortable for you. This 3-pound brain of ours takes 20% of the oxygen we breathe in. So the more oxygen you can bring into your lungs as is safe and comfortable for you, the more fuel, the more nutrients, the more oxygen you can send to your brain. And when you're ready, you can cross your arms, creating that bilateral stimulation, and give yourself a hug and feel it. When you feel something, you start creating neurotransmitters to fire, you start creating those neurons to start firing, creating those neurotransmitters, feeling this healing touch, this nurturing touch, whether you're squeezing or rubbing your hands up and down, or touching or tapping. Feeling this healing touch creates the oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine to start flowing within your brain, moving up to the arteries, down to your heart, which then pumps it through your entire body, every muscle, nerve, cell, fiber, particle of your body being touched by this neurochemistry of joy and happiness. And in keeping this healing touch, keeping this hug, move into a minute of silence, or just quiet, visualizing that sunset or hummingbird, or hearing the words rest and relax, or the ocean, or feeling that air. And when you're ready, just return to being fully aware and alert. Open your eyes, feel absolutely brand new. You can stretch and move a little bit. That's a great little exercise that only takes about 5 minutes. You can start your day with that. You can, if you find yourself in overwhelm, take a time out during the lunchtime or in the afternoon. Sit in your car before you walk into work, or before a meeting, before an appointment. Sit in your car in your driveway before you walk back into your home, and ground yourself, center yourself, put yourself in a more resilient and resourceful state. Flood your body with joy and happiness before you walk back into the house after a bad day and greet your family and friends. And we'll talk about this in a second, about going to sleep with this joy and happiness. Over in the chat room, I did put the links to various pages about these exercises and more research on using hypnosis for anxiety and various other things. If you are on the video screen, like the app for Zoom, if you put your cursor down at the bottom, a menu bar will open up and you'll see a chat. If you open that up, you should see the link there, all those links, and you can copy them, put them in a Word document or an email, and Megan will email these to you in a few days when they have the video ready to send out to everybody. Second process, very similar to 3-2-1 reset, but this is called heart coherence. We're going to bring coherence into two systems of the heart and the brain. About 30 years ago at the University of Montreal, they discovered that the heart contains brain cells, sensory neurites, 40,000 specialized neurons, brain cells in the heart. These brain cells think, feel, learn, and remember independently of the brain. But what they found over the last 30 years is that more information comes into the heart and then shoots up to the brain than the other way around. So the heart seems to be queen bee, while the brain is worker bee or minion doing the bidding of the heart. Those sayings, what does your heart tell you to do? Go with your heart. Those things, there's a lot of truth to this. And a research organization called HeartMath came about 30 years ago to study this phenomenon of brain cells in the heart. And they have found with rock solid science behind it that this meditative exercise I'm about to teach you lowers blood pressure, turns on about 1,300 different processes to boost your immune system, creating DHEA and hormones and creating proteins, all this kind of stuff. Those links, the one that says class notes grounding exercises, lots more science behind it. I actually took an 8-hour workshop just on this 5-minute little meditative exercise from Dr. Deborah Rosman, who's the CEO of HeartMath. It's a fascinating process. Not enough time to really get into the nitty gritty of it, other than it's very similar to 3-2-1 reset. Starts off with slow, easy, gentle breathing. There's a clue there that's very helpful in lowering your anxiety rate and putting you in a more grounded, resourceful state. Slow, easy, gentle, deep breathing. And then we're going to focus on the heart. Then we're going to bring in the feeling state of caring and compassion and gratitude. Again, very similar to 3-2-1 reset. We're going to flood our body with this good feeling state. When you feel something, when you imagine something, you're actually firing neurons, creating a neural pathway. The more you fire that, the faster and stronger that pathway, that pattern gets, and then becomes an automatic habit. And then that becomes the default setting. So let's practice this heart coherence together. Again, if you're in a place where you can close your eyes, I forgot to say that. If you're driving, don't be doing these exercises. Or if you're focusing on getting dinner together and cooking with fire, or you're watching kids, listen in the background, and when Megan sends the link, then do these processes when you have time to really focus and close your eyes. But if you're doing any sort of tractor driving or jackhammering, maybe not now. It's not the time to close your eyes. But if you're in a place where you can get comfortable and relax, once again, closing your eyes, allowing that relaxation to move back in your body, closing down the external world, moving into that deep inner stillness. Breathing in slowly, easily, deeply, as deep as is safe and comfortable for you. Breathing in, and on the next exhalation, as you let go, as you release, focus your attention on your heart. And if it's helpful for you, you can even place your hand on your heart, because where you feel that touch, your attention goes, whether you're placing your hand on your elbow or on your knee or on your heart. Where you feel it, your awareness goes to that point. You can leave your heart there, or maybe just tap or touch it real quick, whatever's comfortable for you. And with your imagination, sense as if you're breathing in and out of your heart. Again, the slow, easy, gentle, deep breathing, a signal to your subconscious mind that you're safe. And when you're ready, bring in the feeling state of caring and compassion. If it's helpful for you, you can even picture or sense another person in your life that you care for, that you feel compassion for. Person in your life today, maybe somebody from long ago, maybe a person from history that you've never met, but you care for. Maybe a pet in your life that you care for, you have compassion for. I recently saw a video of a baby elephant, and I can use this imagery of this baby elephant I've never seen in person. I can use this imagery to get into that feeling state of caring and compassion. Feel that deeply within you now. And now bring in the feeling state of gratitude and appreciation. Again, maybe another person in your life that you're grateful for. Visualize them, sense that person you're so grateful for, so appreciative of. Maybe somebody in your life today, maybe somebody from long ago, maybe that person from history that inspires you so, you're so grateful. Maybe that pet in your life that shows you that unconditional love, you're so appreciative, so thankful. Maybe that trip you took or a dinner with friends. Deep feelings of gratitude and appreciation filling you now. And now, in your imagination, remember a time when you laughed really, really hard. Or somebody said that was so funny. Maybe something you said that was so funny. Or maybe you're watching a movie or TV show. Maybe you're watching a comedian. Just that deep gut laughter. You're shaking a little bit. Maybe you got tears in your eyes. Can't catch your breath. You're laughing so hard, so continuously over something so silly, something so funny. That smile around your face, the muscles around your smile aching. You're smiling so hard. Feel that laughter moving through your system. Something so funny, something so silly. Feel that now. And when you're ready, just return to being fully aware and alert. Feel the feet on the floors, or maybe your back up against the chair or couch or bed where you're lying down. Just open your eyes, feel absolutely brand new. Here's the big trick. Here's the big reveal. The mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. This is why stress and anxiety is so dangerous. If you're remembering a time last week, last month, last year that is upsetting to you, maybe a phone call, maybe some bad news, maybe a family issue, and you're replaying that in your mind, your body and mind thinks you're back in that situation. You're fearful of something happening in the future, an appointment coming up, a job interview, maybe a presentation you have to give at work, and you're fearful about that. You're creating fear within your system. Your brain, just like we were just bringing in carrying compassion or feeling that hug, your brain is creating adrenaline and cortisol, even though you're safe wherever you are, but you thinking that fearful thoughts, because the mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. This is why every Olympic athlete mentally rehearses. They'll spend 7 hours in the pool or on the track or gymnastics, And then they'll take an hour to sit in a recliner, lie back, relax, shut down the external world, move inward, and mentally rehearse, because it's firing neurons in the same part of the brain as if they're actually performing the dismount off the parallel bars, or leaving the diving starting platform 3/100th of a second before everybody else, or crossing the finish line first. They're mentally rehearsing success because it fires neurons in the same part of the brain. And you can do that too, especially as you're going to sleep. Our minds have a tendency to ruminate about things that are going wrong in our lives, and going over, trying to learn from it or prepare for the future. But as you go through those events again, you're creating adrenaline, cortisol, and trying to sleep with that. And if you're having trouble sleeping, yes, there's issues with medication and side effects of illness, and getting older in life. But a good possibility for sleep issues, insomnia, is too much cortisol in the body. Cortisol is going to override melatonin. So instead of going towards the default settings of ruminating about things that have gone wrong, or preparing for future fears, 3-2-1 reset. Flood your body as you're falling asleep with joy, happiness, and then think of a future event. Maybe go to your happy place. They call it a happy place because it creates happiness within your brain, happiness chemicals. See that walk along the beach, or that cup of coffee in Paris underneath the Eiffel Tower, or the future visualization of who you want to be by July or fall, or next year. The health, the relationships, because you're resetting your reticular activating system to solve the task. It's not a problem, but solve the task of future you. And you're going to start moving towards that direction of that success, just like those Olympic athletes. They do it for a reason. There's rock solid science behind it. And if you do 3-2-1 reset or heart coherence, flood your body and that chemistry of caring and compassion and joy and laughter and love, and then use that as a foundation to visualize the future you, you're going to start moving your body and mind towards that future event. So we're going to do a longer process now. This would be a more traditional hypnotherapy process. Those two processes, the 3-2-1 reset, the heart coherence, 5 minutes, in the morning, in the evening, before you get back to the house, before you get into work. Use those when you can to boost yourself. And the more you practice those, the better you're going to get at it. And the stronger that habit, if you will, is going to be of in your brain. You're starting those neurons in a certain pattern, and they're going to get stronger. So let's do a more traditional hypnotherapy process. This is going to take us to the top of the hour. There will be time for questions. We can stay a little bit late if anybody has a question, or of course in the notes in the chat room, there's how to get in touch with me. So tomorrow, next week, next month, if you have any questions about this stuff, please feel free to contact me. I love talking mind and healing and consciousness. But if you're ready, find a comfortable place to be once again. Whether that's in a recliner, or on a couch, or on a bed, or in a desk chair, a dining room table chair. And allow yourself to be comfortable. Feel that relaxation moving back in your body as you rest soundly. And maybe you are familiar with, or can even recall times when you've been very relaxed, that really cozy, comfortable sense of well-being and rest. Blood flow around the body brings healthy warmth to your hands and feet. Mind feels clear and energy begins to return. Your body and mind start to strengthen and function better when you relax. As your muscles start to feel loose, limp, and very comfortable. And even your eyes begin to feel relaxed and comfortable, feeling heavier and heavier. It's like in times when you'd like nothing more in that moment than to close your eyes. So if it's safe for you and you haven't yet, you can Gently close your eyes now, relaxing your eyelids fully and completely. And you can send that relaxation you have around your eyes all around your whole body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, that deep rest flowing all over. Let the mind and body drift into deep, natural healing relaxation, into your healing hypnosis. And it's up to you whether you go into your healing hypnosis slowly or quickly, your natural deep relaxation slowly or quickly now. As the more you hear my voice, the more you relax. And the more you relax, the more you realize just how good it feels to go into hypnosis. Because the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. As you notice how the sound of my voice allows you to relax even more deeply, becoming more and more calm and comfortable, feeling safe and secure. You become so still as your body and mind settles down and begins to feel so calm and comfortable, safe and secure. Breathing in slowly, easily, and deeply. With each inhalation, you're breathing in peace and tranquility, serenity, becoming more and more relaxed. With each exhale, you release, let go, clear and clean. As you allow your attention to slowly, easily, and gently drift inward into the deep inner stillness, as you relax more and more. That's it. As these warm, soothing feelings move throughout your whole body, breathing becoming more even, and everything starts to renew and rejuvenate as the body and mind rest in this peaceful state of hypnosis. Now to go even deeper, relaxed, and become even more responsive to positive healing ideas. Just imagine relaxation, peace, and serenity moving into your scalp, your forehead, and facial muscles. You are at ease, and you begin to feel a great wave of peace flow over you. Even your jaw feels loose and limp and relaxed. Allow that relaxation to move down into your neck. Notice all your neck muscles becoming loose and limp. Imagine that you're resting and your body feels loose and very comfortable. Now slowly, gently move warm, soothing relaxation into your shoulders and down into your arms. Imagine all the muscles of your arms turning loose and limp, relaxing more and more. Maybe your arms are feeling heavier and heavier with deep relaxation. Maybe there's a sensation of lightness as all the cells and muscles of your arms are relaxing more and more. Move that relaxation into your wrists and hands. Even the tiny muscles of your fingers relax more and more now. Imagine, sense, and feel your arms, hands, your shoulders, becoming pleasantly warm and relaxed. Move the comfortable, relaxing sensation down your back now. Imagine, sense, and feel that you're sending the warm, relaxing feeling into all the muscles of your back. And allow your back muscles to loosen and relax now. That's right. You're becoming more deeply relaxed and at peace now. As you send the warm relaxation down into your hips and legs, slowly, easily, and gently, imagine the relaxing sensation melting away any tension. As a warm, relaxing, comfortable feeling moves down, down into your legs. Slowly, easily, and gently, imagine the relaxing sensation melting away all that tension. Becoming aware of that warm, soothing relaxation moving down through your legs, down past your ankles and into your feet and toes. Your whole body feeling warm, relaxed, and comfortable now. Your subconscious mind is receptive and ready to act upon positive healing ideas. Just being in this hypnotic relaxation is healing for you. Enjoy this pleasant time as your body restores itself. Now, with your imagination, your mind's eye, imagine, sense, and feel going to a magical place, a mystical place. Allow yourself to go to a beautiful place where you can make perfect, positive, healing lifestyle changes. Go to a magical place, a mystical place, a beautiful place where you can make perfect, positive, healing life changes. A place just for you. A place where you feel calm and relaxed. You feel comfortable and confident. A place where you feel safe and secure. And imagine in this wondrous place walking down a beautiful path. See the colors, hear the sounds as you breathe in and smell the fresh air. With each step you take, you slowly, easily, and gently go deeper and deeper into your healing relaxation. You notice up ahead a wonderful field. And in that beautiful field, you see a hot air balloon. This hot air balloon is big and colorful with a large basket underneath. This hot air balloon is being held by a rope tied to a stake in the ground. This hot air balloon is there just for you, and you peacefully walk to it. It is there for you to put all of your thoughts and feelings about your day and your life that you no longer need to deal with at the moment. Like baggage and luggage, you place these thoughts, these mental activities, these feelings into the basket. It's large enough to hold everything you no longer need to think about or want to hold on to. Just let it all go. Just let it go. Sometimes we grip so hard for so long, this baggage feels like it's a part of us. Maybe it feels familiar, might even feel comfortable. But you're allowed to open up your hand and let it go at any time. It's not part of you. Let it flow, let it move, releasing it now, letting it go. By placing it into the basket, you're allowing your conscious mind to be done with it, and your subconscious mind to lovingly deal with your questions and find the perfect solutions. It's time for your conscious mind and your body to let it go. So let it go. Place it all into the basket. And when you are done and you are complete, untie the rope from the stake and allow the balloon to float away, floating up and up, farther and farther, getting smaller and smaller as it fades away and drifts away, heading towards the sun. Going up and up, farther and farther, getting smaller and smaller. And as it reaches the sun, it becomes part of the sun. It becomes part of the positive energy of the sun, which nourishes and warms the earth. When you are ready, you can start walking along that beautiful pathway once again, feeling perfect in every way, mentally perfect, physically perfect, emotionally calm and serene. Up ahead, you notice a magnificent tree. And when you arrive at the tree, you sit or lie comfortably underneath it, resting in a wonderful state of calm and peace, enjoying the quiet relief, soothing peace. And as you lie underneath this magnificent tree, imagine, sense, and feel a powerful healing light coming from up above. This beautiful healing light comes down and covers you completely as if you're contained in a cylinder of healing light or a cocoon of healing light. It warms you and you become even more comfortable and restful. This healing light reminds you that you have an infinite supply of wisdom and love working through you now. And this is a truth about you. You choose to live your expression of life as your calm, confident, loving self. Day by day, in every way, you're becoming more and more confident and at peace with yourself and the world around you. Therefore, you're getting better and better, healthier and healthier. It's okay to take care of yourself because you are safe and secure, calm and comfortable, confident and relaxed. You create a beautiful life by remaining calm, relaxed, confident, and happy. And you treat yourself with the love, kindness, compassion, and gratitude you seek. You are in the right place at the right time, and you feel confident that you can handle whatever comes your way. You accept yourself as worthy, confident, and lovable. Therefore, day by day, in every way, you stand in the power of your own strength. And you use the power of your mind to stay positive, focusing on productive, effective, healing solutions and finding the learning experience in every challenge. Because you are calm, confident, powerful, and strong. More and more now, you are aware of how safe and secure, calm and comfortable, confident and relaxed you are. You are creating the wonderful life you want, and you are proud of yourself for doing so. Day by day, in every way, you're becoming the best version of yourself. You're becoming who you are, balanced, confident, relaxed, and happy. Your experience of daily life is joy, passion, and inspiration. You can do it. Yes, you can. You have the power, the ability, and the right to create the life you want because you are worthy. You are lovable. You are enough. You belong. And now imagine, sense, and feel it's a bit in the future. And you are who you need to be. And you see and feel yourself living with passion, richness, inspiration, pure joy. Maybe you're celebrating with friends and family your great success, your health, your career, your business, your relationships. Maybe you're out on your own in a beautiful place in nature, feeling the sun on your face, your hand, your arms outstretched in victory and celebration. Feel the ease and freedom that comes from living your true potential. Observe yourself now living your life fully, getting stronger, filled with happiness and inspirations, socializing, living, enjoying, working, and playing. See yourself looking so healthy, bright, vibrant, vital, and strong. And let those good feelings flow. Feel that health, that vibrancy, that vitality, that strength and empowerment, the ease and freedom that comes from happiness and joy and living your true potential. Feel that health, happiness, and energy. You are thriving, and you feel so much gratitude and joy as your feelings of well-being increase more and more now. Vividly fill in the details of that for yourself. Feel it deeply. It's imagining that state of living your true potential is firing neurons in your brain in a certain pattern. Do it over and over again. It starts wiring together. That starts becoming the default settings, resetting your reticular activating system, recalibrating your nervous system. And in a few moments, when we're done with this session, I wonder how your subconscious mind will integrate all the healing suggestions and visualizations we've done here in this class to strengthen your health, your well-being, and allow you to reach your true potential. And if you'd like, your subconscious can rearrange the memory files and beliefs in a way that'll help you to see your life in a more confident, safe, and carefree way. Whatever you do with these files, I invite you to venture directly into the subconscious and create deep, profound, effortless change now. And at some point, whether it's later on this evening or tomorrow or sometime next week, you'll notice your conscious brain implementing the suggestions and these visualizations as if they're second nature. Many people are shocked to find how easily these healthy behaviors become a part of their everyday conscious life. And no matter your family history or what you've been through, what you choose to do today has the greatest effect on your tomorrow. And I wonder what wonderful things you'll create and manifest. First in your subconscious mind, and then your waking everyday conscious life. And it'll be wonderful to see how your actions improve your life and leave this world a better place. Now it's time to leave this place. You begin to drift back to the room you're in, feeling refreshed, replenished, and energized. And healing energy continues to flow throughout your whole body as your mind accepts all the suggestions given here and you experience the immediate healing transformation. And in a moment, when it's time to come out of hypnosis, your body, mind, and spirit will be renewed, rejuvenated, refreshed, and well rested, as if you've taken a 4-hour nap or received a 2-hour massage. And you feel confident, grounded, energized, and secure. And later, when you sleep so soundly and deeply each and every night, your body and mind are renewing, rejuvenating, and restoring itself anew. All these ideas have made a permanent impression on your responsive subconscious mind to become your everyday experience now. And now I'm going to count from 1 up to 5, then say fully alert. As I do, bring yourself out of hypnosis. On 5, open your eyes, feel rested, refreshed, relaxed, and your mind accepts all the suggestions given here. And you experience immediate healing transformation now. 1, slowly, calmly, easily, and gently returning to your full awareness once again. 2, each muscle and nerve in your body feels loose, limp, and relaxed. You feel wonderfully good. 3, from head to toe, feeling perfect in every way, physically perfect, mentally perfect, emotionally calm and serene. 4, your eyes begin to feel sparkling clear as if bathed in cool spring water. And 5, eyes open, fully aware and alert, filling up your lungs. You stretch and smile. So that is hypnosis. That is hypnotherapy. As you return to being fully aware and alert, so you can start to move and stretch and feel this healing state within you. I tried to do a lot of different processes there to kind of give you an idea of how it all works, and the different visualization processes and the suggestions and things. Again, if you have any questions, my email and ways again contact with me are there in the chat room, and Megan will send you all the information here in a few days as well. And if you have a moment, a lot of ways people find these workshops and find out about this information is finding it on Google. And if you have a moment, just if you could leave a testimonial or a review, it's there in the chat room again. Just a quick 30 seconds, because of the way Google algorithms does its search. It's helpful for people to find these classes, and I enjoy doing them, and I really appreciate Megan going to bat for doing these and getting people on board and staying up past work time to get these all done. So thank you, Megan, and thank you everyone for being here. And again, any questions, I can hang for a couple minutes, but grab my email and hope to talk to you.
Yeah, this is great. Craig, thank you so much for
Hey.
doing this. It's so appreciated, and it's so relevant right now. Some of the stuff you were mentioning earlier made me think of, there's a book I'm reading right now called The Art of Taking It Easy. And it's by Brian King, and he's a psychologist and a comedian of all things together. And it's fascinating though, when he really frames it out and tells you what stress truly does to you, and is it worth, what how you're damaging your immune system to get upset about the traffic or things like that. And it's that reframing that is just fascinating to me. So this aligns perfectly with my current reading.
Yeah, and that's not what the stress response is for. It's for those quick bursts of energy, the lion chasing the gazelle, and then the gazelle going back once safe and secure, going back to eating grass. That's what it's meant for. But just we don't have those threats, a lot of us in our lives. But we do have traffic, and we do have long lines in the store, and we do have works, and we have idiots and morons at work, and it's just life. And we have family issues, and we have illness, and we're also a society of doing and production and productivity and to-do lists. And sometimes it feels a little guilty, indulgent to take a half an hour to rest the body, to rest the mind, even though that's what the instruction manual says we need to do. It feels a little too much because there's so much to do, but it's wearing. It's like driving your car in first gear. Yeah, it'll get you to where you want to go most of the time, until that one time it doesn't. It's not good for the car. And you can't run in first gear all the time. You need to do, whether it's these processes, 3, 2, 1 reset, heart coherence, 5 minutes. Honest to God, these are the medical students. These are the processes, the kind of processes they were doing, to strengthen their immune system, resting the body 5 minutes at a time. It's allowable. I get it. Life, you don't have time for 45 minutes to turn the lights off and put on headphones and listen to a guided relaxation. I know sometimes life doesn't allow that, but 5 minutes. And going to sleep doesn't even count, because you're going to sleep anyway, right? It's just choosing which path you're going down. Are you going down default and stressing about what happened last week or fearing the future, or are you gonna choose differently? And that's where the work comes. And sometimes not easy, but you gotta make those choices. So
yeah. Well, we'll have
to once again. I appreciate you hosting and being here. And
definitely. We'll make plans to do this again in the future. I have very little doubt that this message will lose any of its relevancy. So thank you again so much, Craig. And thank you to everyone who joined us this evening. I hope you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you all soon.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.